Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're starting off today. I just made myself some bit of a snack, a yuck yum. I needed to eat some kefir. I needed to get some kefir back in my diet because my face has started breaking out again. So I was like, it's time. Here you go. Do you want your milkshake? So anyways, I am just needing to get the house back in order today. Here you go. I'm 26 weeks, almost 27 weeks pregnant. And I feel like on camera I look way smaller than I feel. Like, anyways, I'm at that point where, like, whenever you go to like pick something up, I feel like my stomach's gonna come into my mouth, that kind of a thing. Oh, it's fun. It's fun being pregnant. Thankfully, I have energy most days, but there definitely are some days where I just don't feel like I can do a lot, especially because last week my dad was here and they were working on a building project and there was just so much going on that I'm very thankful I had lots of energy during that time. But then once he left, and then my husband had like call outs and work related stuff, and then we had just repeated late nights, and so I was like feeling really worn out. But thankfully today I'm starting to feel a little more like myself, a little bit more energy, so it's time to get the house cleaned up. So today we're just going to do a really quick speed clean because I don't feel like I got a little bit of energy right now. We have some friends coming over tonight, so I'm gonna make a chicken chili verde type soup. So I'll be sure to include the link to that because it's one we really enjoy and it's fun to share. So anyways, gonna drink some of this so I can get a little more energy, eat an orange, and then start just taking care of things, cleaning up. So I will say before I get going, my name is Krista. I live in the desert. We have 2 kids, 2.5 and under. Yes. And then pregnant with our 3rd. So life never ceases to be interesting these days. Let's just put it that way. Oh, one last thing. I would love it if you guys liked the video and subscribed. That would really help the channel out a lot.
Cake.
Yes, that's right. You guys know how much harder it is to function when you're tired and worn out. That would be an accurate description. I attempted so many different times to start picking up and cleaning up the house. From when I started doing the footage to when things are actually done, it was a couple of hours. And it probably would have only taken me like an hour at the most to do everything. But it was like I would start a project and then something would happen, or I would realize I needed something and I'd go to do something else. And I just felt like I was going in circles. To top it off, I was super tired, and I would call my husband and kind of complain to him because I was just like out of my mind. Just being really honest here. But we had decided ahead of time we wanted to have some friends over. So actually, it was really, really helpful. It's one of those things where you're like, are we being smart or are we being stupid? And then once I got the house cleaned up, then all of a sudden it was like I felt so much better. I think in some ways I was just overloaded with being tired, and then the sense of everything being out of order, it just made it way worse. But I kept coming down to just the fact that I needed to do one thing, just do one thing. And so, for example, it was like, okay, yogurt, I need to take care of the yogurt. Let's put the yogurt away and then we'll see where we're at. And so that did help, just focusing on one thing at a time instead of trying to do everything at once. I can be pretty bad at trying to do a whole bunch of tasks, and then, you know, you end up not doing them as well. The quality goes down. So I was like, let's just get one thing done, get one thing put away off the counters, and that did make a difference. I'm not joking when I say I had to ask God for help, like, so many times. I was just like, this is so hard right now. Whether or not I was doing the YouTube video, it was just taking care of the kids. Things just felt really heavy. And I know 100% it's because I haven't been getting the best sleep. Obviously, there's the pregnant part that plays into it. But in general, I just know we haven't been getting the best sleep. Believe it or not, it's not even really the kids that have been keeping us from sleeping. Like, one night, yeah, my little girl was up and crying for a couple hours. That was, like, bizarre. Very abnormal for her. But it's more just, there have been a lot of interruptions, a lot of things happening, like, in the middle of the night. Like, my husband's phone will go off. With the weather changing, we've had a lot of monsoon seasons here. And so, because of that, there's been a ton of lightning, because we're pretty high up in the desert. And so, there's a ton of lightning strikes, and then that messes with equipment, fries stuff, or just... And I'm the kind of person where I sleep light enough that I hear when his phone goes off. Anyways, enough of that. I just had to keep coming back to just trying to do one thing at a time. I actually came to the conclusion that I needed to wait till the kids were down for naps, because I didn't feel like I had the emotional energy to be keeping an eye on them, keeping them busy while I was trying to clean. I just couldn't. I was in a mental state where I was like, I can't do this. So I waited until they were down for naps, and then I could just blow through stuff. And that was a huge, huge help. I don't know, maybe it's time to go through the kids' toys again, but part of it is things start to look really crowded and messy because of all the blankets, which they have a thing for blankets. They just love pulling them out and laying under them and laying on them, and they start like giggling and get all, just so cute when they're under the blankets. They think they're the best thing ever. So I just try to keep, putting them away, folding them up, and then they go and pull them out. And hey, I figure that's not a horrible thing, but after a while it can be tiring to have like couch pillows and blankets all over the floor. Add to being tired, this whole time I was dealing with acid reflux. That made it a lot more difficult to want to feel like cleaning stuff up. But I since discovered that as long as I avoid citrus, that seems to help, but still trying to figure that out because I didn't really have a lot of that in other pregnancies. Anyways, I finished out just by picking up in the bathroom and doing a quick scrub of the toilet and wiping stuff down. Anyways, that's it for my quick little speed cleaning video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know, what do you guys do when you're feeling pretty tired and you need to get stuff done? Do you just push through? Do you just make a bunch of coffee? Or what are your tips or tricks for that? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.